It's 2023 and gaming is dry. Or at least that's what everyone right now thinks, right? Not many huge zombie games have come out lately. If they have, they're all usually mediocre and all the same with the classic first person or third person gameplay. And the quests where you have to go back and forth to get someone for something or to fix the power for someone in a random town you start in. If you're looking for some zombie gameplay that's refreshing and not like other games, Project Zomboid is for you. Project Zomboid is a top-down zombie game with a huge map taking place in rural Kentucky. It's actually one of the highest rated zombie games on Steam with a very positive rating. Now, that's not the best, but you might wonder why I'm telling you all about this supposedly amazing zombie game, and the reviews aren't even fully positive. First of all, Project Zomboid is probably one of the hardest zombie games out there, leaving you raging for hours after one of your characters who survived for months died from one zombie bite. If you're looking for an amazing game graphically speaking, the game also isn't for you, as it looks like it was made in 2000 and is a browser game you'd play in math class in 8th grade. But this isn't why you shouldn't play it, it's amazing nonetheless. You'll die many times, get bitten even more, and respawn even more times. Project Zomboid came out in November of 2013. Surprising, right? You play as the last hopeless survivor of a dead and empty Kentucky, unless you're planning to play with a friend. Now this might seem boring to you, but the game is special in so many ways. You start off with the country's main necessities still running: water, power, and gas. You'll be relying on sinks and gas stations for 2 weeks until it all dies out. The game's world feels so real and visually decays. The way the game plays out and how realistic it is compared to other games really paves the path for lifelike, amazing experiences. You can rip up clothes to get bandages to fix whatever nasty wounds you've acquired in your journey. You can use alarm clocks to your advantage to attract zombies. You have to start planting your own food once your supply of canned food runs out. It's amazingly immersive. You first start out by choosing your occupation from a vast list of them, ranging from burger flipper to veteran. Thing is, there's no best occupation. Veteran has its positives, but also has its negatives. For example, you rarely ever panic and are amazing with guns, but in a world full of zombies, are guns really the best choice of weaponry with the loud noises they make? Burger flipper. In a world where you're by yourself, you're gonna have to learn to cook. Burger flipper does that. You're so amazing with sharp objects like knives or even a katana, but you're a burger flipper. Next, you have traits. The traits in this game aren't like others. You have negatives and positives, allowing you to have to balance out the positive traits with the negative traits. With positives like Speed Demon, making you go faster in cars, or Cat's Eyes, making you see easier in the dark, and negatives like Sunday Driver, making you a worse driver, and Slow Reader, which makes you read slower. Reading is actually one of the most important things in this game. You can be an underweight fireman with a weak stomach, or a cowardly, clumsy burglar. Project Zomboid is like none other. Two key traits making Project Zomboid, is that the game never ends. You have no goal. It's a zombie apocalypse. You're supposed to try to survive this horrid virus breakout called the Nox event. You might think that with this top-down gameplay it affects it and makes it easier, but it really doesn't. You have limited view, with it being limited to wherever your character is looking. Although this only limits to if you can see the zombies, it's almost making it first person and top down at the same time. What I think is great about this game is the fact that there's no cure at all. Once you're bit, you're dead. You don't just kill yourself immediately after you're bit, you utilize the little days and hours you have left to do whatever is needed to set up your next respawn after you die. Once you die, you can spawn back in with a whole nother character, or choose the same route as you did when you spawned with the same character. You can go back to your body to where your zombie died. You can get back your loot from your new created character. You You decide which town you want to spawn in from 4 different choices, those being Muldrow, Riverside, Rosewood, and West Point, with Riverside and Rosewood easily being the least difficult. This isn't your normal zombie game. There's an advanced health system, an advanced carpentry system with things like removing entire stairs to building barricades on the windows of your new family home. You might be thinking that zombies are no threat to you and they're easy to pick off if you just run, but there's a catch. Zombies populate and form in massive hordes that can easily overtake you in seconds, and your base you thought was fortified in minutes. It's amazingly vast of content with a wide range of mods to select from, with one of the greatest modding communities ever, from mods that give you cool weapons and extra armor, to mods that just improve the crafting and inventory system. They all improve the way the game flows and open the path for more and more immersive experiences. You can go on road trips with your friends, or by yourself, across a huge valley and huge rural setting. You'll see stranded cars, stranded houses, all of what you'd see in a show like The Walking Dead. You can embark on a 5-hour journey with your friends to a random military shop and find so many cool things on the way. This is what makes Zomboid Zomboid. Speaking of The Walking Dead, there's even mods for becoming Rick, and even maps for it if you're into that kind of thing. Project Zomboid's company, the Indie Stone, is even still pumping out bug fixes and massive content updates to this day. That's Project Zomboid, and if it isn't for you, it isn't for you. But I highly recommend checking out this game on Steam, probably when there's a sale, and it's $20. Its reviews are amazing with a positive review almost everywhere, and the occasional "it's too real" or "the graphics suck." But other than that, the community is amazing. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe for more.